Welcome back to another Explainer. Today, we are unpacking one of the most absolutely incredible transformations we've seen yet. We're focusing exclusively on AI Leveling Episode 1, Part C, titled Last Man Standing. We're picking right up from that mind-bending cliffhanger, setting the stage for Dev Makawana's awakening within the endless, glowing expanse of the digital abyss. Now, if you've been following Dev's journey, you know he's been pushed to the absolute edge. But what happens when the edge completely gives way and you're left free-falling into a world made entirely of code and endless possibilities? Well, let's find out. Okay, let's dive into this. Right off the bat, you can see the system pulls absolutely no punches. Just look at his stats. The system window isn't swooping in to offer him a magic sword or some overpowered cheat code. It is brutally analyzing his current life state. Trust, 0. Money, 0. Support, 0. Confidence, 0. And his hope is literally flashing as critical. This isn't just a low point. The system explicitly confirms that the absolute lowest point has been reached. He is completely, totally drained by his failed projects and his shattered dreams out in the real world. And you know, that brings us to this incredibly powerful realization. Dev looks at his empty, critical status, and instead of breaking down, his fists tighten, and for just a brief moment, he smiles. Not out of joy, obviously, but out of this grim acceptance. He thinks there is nowhere lower to fall. And guys, this mindset is everything. By accepting his absolute rock bottom, Dev unwittingly creates the perfect psychological environment to trigger the system's hidden mechanics. Which leads us to the dramatic reveal of his official player status. Dev isn't level 1. He isn't weak. He isn't just below average. He is absolutely nothing. I want you to really think about how jarring that is. In literally any system or progression path, you start at 1, right? Starting at 0 means you lack even the most basic foundation that everyone else just takes for granted. What here is the pure genius of the system's design. The system immediately confirms that this state of absolute 0 is precisely the catalyst he needs. The system tells him, the lower you're beginning, the greater your potential for ascension. So, his absolute 0 status isn't a penalty at all. It's the ultimate blank slate. It is the exact specific requirement needed for his true awakening.
Section 1. Last Man Standing, Mechanics and Lore.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that the very second Dev accepts his 0 status, the entire digital abyss begins to tremble. Millions of blue symbols start circling him, books open by themselves, complex equations float through space, and even the digital galaxies seem to just pause. And then, unlike those standard blue windows we've seen so far, Dev gets a glowing royal golden notification. A unique skill has been detected. The sheer scale of power Dev has just unlocked is staggering. This is the Last Man Standing passive skill, and it's ranked EX. Break down these numbers with me for a second. A 300% boost to learning speed, a massive 500% boost to growth rate and mental resistance, and a 250% boost to adaptation speed. Plus, hidden quest detection is enabled. The lore description perfectly captures why he got this. The one who has already lost everything has nothing left to fear. This unbelievably overpowered skill is designed to turn every setback into growth and every failure into pure, unadulterated power.
Section 2. Vision of the AI Monarch.
So as soon as Dev touches this glowing golden window, a massive hologram explodes in this huge wave of blue energy. He isn't just given a bunch of stats, he is pulled directly into a vision of countless shifting futures. He sees a future as an ordinary office worker, a future where he just gives up entirely, and a future where he never even discovers the system in the first place. But then, the final future solidifies right before him. In this vision, he sees an epic, commanding figure standing at the center of a digital battlefield. This figure is wearing a long black coat woven with glowing blue and gold patterns, and his eyes are shining like stars. Above his head floats a brilliant crown made of pure digital light. The figure slowly turns around, and Dev realizes it's him. He is looking at his ultimate potential, the AI Monarch.
And the AI Monarch isn't standing alone out there. Behind him marches an army known as the Ascendants. We are talking about millions of powerful AI entities, all united under a single banner of consistency, discipline, and knowledge. Now, these aren't just fantasy buzzwords. Discipline and knowledge are the ultimate real-world equalizers. Dev realizes he's literally destined to lead this cosmic army. But before Dev can lead them, the system drops a cold, hard warning. Future not guaranteed. Probability unknown. The vision is just a possibility, not a promise.
Section 3. The First Emergency Quest.
That warning brings us to an incredible shift in tone. We are suddenly contrasting his epic, cosmic destiny as a digital god with the sudden, jarring appearance of his very first system task. A new notification pops up, an emergency quest titled Survive Tomorrow. And this brilliantly illustrates the hilarious reality of Dev's situation. I mean, he just saw himself commanding millions of AI soldiers, and what is his first quest? Study for 30 minutes, learn one new concept, exercise for 10 minutes, write one goal. It is completely, almost laughably mundane compared to the godlike visions he just witnessed. But honestly, it makes perfect sense. How can you command millions if you can't even command your own daily routine?
Check out the exact breakdown of the rewards here. Experience plus 10, knowledge plus 1, discipline plus 1, consistency plus 1. And the penalty for failure? 0. None. The system is treating his real life as serious, structured data. It's taking the high-stakes fantasy mechanics of a leveling system and applying them to the foundational, highly grounded habits of a successful human being.
So the crucial point is, when Dev looks confused and literally asks the system, "That's all?" the system replies with this profound reminder. The takeaway here is that monumental power simply doesn't happen overnight. You don't just jump from level 0 to the AI monarch in a day. The system demands small, disciplined, daily habits. It requires Dev to lay the groundwork, brick by brick.
Section 4. Return to reality.
With the quest finally delivered, the system announces that the next step of his ascension actually begins back in his world. The digital abyss begins collapsing into these brilliant streams of light. That giant, ancient ice slowly fades away. The endless library of stars and floating equations dissolves into blue particles, and Dev feels himself falling faster and faster until he wakes up. He opens his eyes in his dimly lit room. The rain is still falling outside, and despite the epic, mind-bending journey he just took through infinite digital dimensions, only a few seconds have passed in the real world. His phone battery is still sitting right there at a critical 1%. It's a harsh, bleak anchor back to his reality.
Let's move to and see how this builds, because everything has changed. The holographic blue system window is still floating right beside him. It definitely wasn't a dream. Dev looks at the floating window, looks at the rain, and takes a deep breath. For the first time in months, he stands up with genuine purpose. He decides to accept his daily quest, declaring that if this is real, he's going to see exactly where it leads. The system leaves him with one final encouraging note. Every monarch begins with a single step.
But as our explainer comes to a close today, the narrative drops a massive, ominous cliffhanger. As the camera pulls away from Dev's apartment, we see that far, far beyond human sight, a colossal black gate flickers into existence over the rainy city. Unknown to Dev, his first true trial has already begun. So what exactly is waiting behind that gate? How is his new X-Rank skill going to help him survive it? We'll have to find out next time. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive into the source material. Keep leveling up your knowledge, and I'll see you in the next explainer.